You guessed it, we are working on twos today. Second and third graders, we're working on twos with our multiplication and division. As always, with everyone watching, we are going to start with multiplication of twos. Now we'll start with the first thing that we learn, second graders and third graders, is twos are skip counting, which is one of our easy ones because most of us have been skip counting by twos forever, going 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, and so on. And that doesn't change when we start to do problems. 2 times 6. I wrote that one like this. To me, again, that might mean two groups, 6 in each. 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. I get my answer of 12. Two groups, 6 in each group. Answer is 12. Now, as always, we want to continue to get faster. When you can skip count, and there's a reason we started with this. When there's a 2 in the problem, you can skip count that many times. So that means I'm skip counting by 2 6 times. So I can, and I can even use my fingers. There's no shame in that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. And I get there. So I'll get that same answer at 12. So any problem, doesn't matter if it's written forward or backwards, write it the other way. 7 times 2 equals. I can do this a couple different ways, and I'll show you both. 7 times 2, that might mean 7 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 7 groups, 2 in each, I get 14. Or if I'm a skip counter, I see a 2 in my problem. That means I can skip count as many times as the other number tells me to. Skip count by 2, 7 times. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Same difference, right? So 2s go really, really, really quickly. We like 2s. One more time here if I do 9 times 2. Now I see 9 on top. Well, I don't really want to make 9, so even though I'd normally start with 9 circles, I think I'm going to just do 2 circles and put 9 in each. That's a personal choice that I am allowed to make because I am in charge of my own math and I know it'll work. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I put 9 in each. I counted 18 dots. I'll skip count to make sure that my answer is correct. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. 18 is my answer. So that is our lesson, second and third graders, on 2 multiplication. Now, second graders, if you would like, you can dip out to go work. Third graders, we are going to work on division. All right. For division, again, we are going to start with our house. If we remember back to yesterday, our bigger number usually goes inside the house. Almost always until you get older and start doing much more complicated math. And by that time, you'll know when the bigger number doesn't. But for our sake, the bigger number always goes inside. The number that's going on the outside today is 2 because we're working with math facts that have to deal with 2. So, numbers that could go inside. I'm going to go ahead and start with 16 in there. Bigger number now. Now, a couple ways I can do this, just like multiplication. I can start reading it. Remember, I read it out loud backwards. 16 divided by 2. But I draw it forward. 2 groups. There's 2 groups. And I'm going to divide 16 into my 2 groups. This is the important part. This is where we start to see how this works. I don't put 16 in each. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Now I'm done that there's 16 in there. And then I count how many are in each circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make sure it matches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's my answer. So I divided that 16 into two groups, and I get 8. Now, again, just like multiplication, there's another way I could do this. If I see a 2 in my problem, I can just think backwards. Multiplication is the same as division. I can count by 2 until I get to 16 because remember, because of a math mountain, they all work together. So I'm sitting here thinking, I've got a 2. I've got to get to 16. How many 2s until I get to 16? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. 8 count times I get there. So I can do that way if I don't want to draw or I don't have the ability to draw. I can still use that skip counting to get there. I'll do that on a smaller scale so that we can see. So 2 is still on the outside of our house. This time we are going to put 8 inside the house. So I'm looking at 8 divided by 2. So I can skip count by 2 until I get to 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. 4 times. I get my answer. Easy that way because of the 2s, and 2s are easy to skip count by. Because of our math mountain, if we drew a math mountain to that problem, our two smaller numbers, 2 times 4 equals that 8 that's inside. And if you remember from Monday, we talked about division being not a part and a part like multiplication, but a whole and a part. So we just have to find the other part. So we can think, 2 times what is 8? That's our division. 2 times what is 8? Well, 2, 4, 6, 8, 4. Working on that. I got one more for you here. We'll do a bigger one just because. 2 times 26. Now, couple ways again. This is where things start to get a little bigger. We're going to want those big circles. Because we've got to divide 26 and 2. That means there's going to be a lot of dots in each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. All done there. Now I got to count my dots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 in each. Now important there. Easy to get confused when your dots are all sporadic and spread out like that. So try and keep them spread apart. Try and make them big enough so you're not wondering if it's a stray marking or a dot. That will help. Again, we could skip count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. That's 10, 22, 24, 26, 13 times. Or one last thing, just with 2s that it works, anything divided in 2, just like if I had a candy bar and I split it in 2, that's half. We could think of half of 26. And this one works because half of 6 is 3, half of 2 is 1. And we get 13. All right. Starting to get into these bigger problems. You guys are doing a great job. Keep working hard. Have a good day.